a way of being saved from danger, loss, or harm. Nivarti Vimokshanam, omnipresent, present everywhere at the same time. எங்கும் நிறைந்திருக்கின்றன. In, Incarnation, a living being embodying a deity or spirit. Avadaram, hostile, showing enmity or dislike, unfriendly. விரோதமாக, பகைமையுள்ள. Prominence, importance, முக்கியத்துவம். Adherent, supporter of a person, cause or belief. ஆதர்வாளர், பணிபற்றுபவர். Stringent, severe, harsh, கடுமையான, கெடுபிடுவான. Ulema, Islamic scholar trained in Islamic law. Islamic பேரறிஞர். Akin, similar, ஒத்த இயல்புடைய. Dagger, short pointed knife that is sharp on both sides. குத்துவாள், குருவாள், depicting, showing, portraying. சித்தரிக்கும், விவரமாக விளக்கும். Disparity, a great difference, the state of being unequal. வேறுபாடு, சமமற்ற. The learning objectives. Unit 1, New Religious Ideas and Movements. Learning objectives: to acquire the knowledge of devotional movement of Alvas and Nayanas. Advaita, policy of Shankara and Vaishnavadata of Ramanuja. Bhakti cult in northern India and its prompt exponents. Interactions between Hinduism and Islam leading to the birth of new cults, notably Sufism. Teachings of Kabir and Baba Guru Nanak. Impact of Bhakti movement. Introduction. Medieval India saw an extraordinary production of devotional poetry, which were not restricted to one particular religion but inspired by different religious movements. The exponents of these movements held the view that total devotion, bhakti, to God could save man from pitfalls of life and earn him salvation. It was also believed that one does not have to go to temples to perform rituals, for God is omnipresent and resides inside every human. The Bhagavad Gita proposed that the path of bhakti is superior to the two other religious approaches, namely the path of knowledge, jnana, and the path of rituals and good works, karma, providing inspiration to the bhakti cult. Bhakti moment, the beginnings. The Bhakti moment, or the resurgence of devotional practices, started in Tamilnadu around the 7th century AD. It included reciting the name of the god or goddess in signing in singing hymns in their praise, wearing religious marks, or carrying identity emblems, or undertaking pilgrimages to sacred places associated with the deity. It It enhances the mutual emotional attachment and love of the devotee towards the personal god and of the god for the devotee. This view was also preached by Sufism, which appeared as a reaction against worldliness of the early Islam. Sufis believed that realization of the God can be achieved only through passionate devotion to God and intense meditation. Sufis were of the new and that this type of meditation would enable the devotee to understand the true nature of God. They argued that doing so doing so would liberate the devotee from all worldly bonds and help them become one with God. Several mystical and religious movements in both Hinduism and Islam had no hesitation to freely include elements of different faiths in their teaching. There is only one God. True Hindus and Muslims call him with by different names, stated Harisada. Social status and advocated gender equality in order to make it good to stand the assault of Buddhism and Jainism. Vishnu Bhakti or Vaishnavism is based on Vishnu's avatars, particularly Krishna and Rama. The 12 Tamil Alvars are chiefly known for immortal hymns. Two Alvars stand out distinctly for their contribution to the promotion of the Bhakti movement. Nammalvar's fame lies in his 1120 stanza Thiruvaimozhi. Nadamuni collected the 4,000 poems of Nammalvar to form the Divya Prabandham. Andal, the only female Alvar, is another. Periyalvar, who was earlier known as Vishnu Chittar, made lots of songs on Krishna, putting himself in the place of Mother Yashoda. Periyalvar is said to have found Andal as a baby in the Tulasi garden at Shivalliputtur temple and adopted her. She grew up in the temple town of Shivalliputtur and became known as Andal, who ruled the Tirupavai, the path to Krishna, and Nachiyar Tirumozhi, the sacred songs of the lady, uh, are her celebrated works. Her poems expressing her love for Ranjanta, the incarnation of Vishnu, worshipped at the temple at Srirangam, incarnation of Vishnu, worshipped at a temple at Srirangam are used in Vaishnava wedding ceremonies in Tamilnadu. Three mutual Alvars, Poigai Alvar, Bhudatalvar, and Peyalvar. Other Alvars, Thirumanisai Alvar, Periyalvar, Tondaradi Kodiyalvar, Thirumangai Alvar, Thiruppan Alvar, Kulasegar Alvar, Nammalvar, Mudarakavi Alvar, and Amman, and Andal. Sai with saints, 63 Nayanars. There are 63 legendary Nayanars. Among them, Yana Sambandar, Appar, and Sundarar, often called the trio, are worshipped as saints through their images in South Indian temples. Nambi and Nambi Andar Nambi, 1000 AD, is said to have compiled the songs of all the Nayanars that form the basis of Tirumurai, the basic temple, the basic Tamil Saivite sacred Kanam, sacred Kanam. It consists of 12 books and 11 of them were assembled by Nambi. The 12th book is Sekriya's Periya, Periya Puranam. Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara or Shankaracharya 700 to 750 AD preached the Advaita policy. The enhance of this policy is that the soul unites with the universal soul through the attainment of knowledge. He set up he set up much centers of learning and worship at Badrinath, Puri. These places have become prompt pilgrim centers today. Shankara enthusiastically endeavored to restore the orthodox Vedic tradition without paying attention to the bhakti movement of his time. His masterpiece is the commentary of the Brahma Sutra, which is a fundamental text of the Vedanta school. His commentaries on the principal Upan, Upanishads are also considered equally important. Ramanuja. Ramanuja, a 11th century Vaishnava saint who was the most influential thinner, thinker of Vaishnavism. His policy, known as Vaishnavadata, proclaims that the soul retains its identity even after uniting with Brahma. After a long pilgrimage, Ramanuja settled in Srirangam. Ramanuja articulated ideas of social equality and condemned caste-based restrictions on entering the temples. He established centers to spread the doctrine of devotion, Shri Vaishnavam, to God Vishnu. and his consort Lakshmi. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Vaishnavism spread across India. The Vada, the Vadagalai Vaishnavam originally flourished around Kanchipuram, which was a popular center of, for Sanskrit learning. Tengalai Vaishnavam centered on Srirangam. Vadagalai section focused on Vedic literature, which is written in Sanskrit. The Tengalai section stressed the importance of Divya Prabandhams written by 12 Alvars in Tamil. Bhakti movement in North India. While dealing with the religious movements of the 14th and 15th centuries in northern India, one has to keep in mind the two different attitudes which Hindu religious leaders had towards Islam. One group accepted what was best in Islam, the other adopted few elements in order to prevent conversion to Islam. Both reacted to Islam, but one was sympath- sympathetic while the other was hostile. Kabir and Guru Nanak and other founders of new sects are included in the first group, while the movement in Bengal associated with Chaitanya Deva or belongs to the latter tendency. The exponents of Bhakti movement. It was Ramananda who spread the Bhakti movement, Bhakti ideology in northern India, where it became a mass movement. Vallabhacharya, a Telugu philosopher, built a temple of Lord Krishna in the Govardhana Hills near Mathura. Suddas, a blind poet and musician, was associated with this temple as well as that of Agra. His famous collection of poetry is called Sursagar. Mirabai, wife of the crown of Prince Myanmar, was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. She was a disciple of Ravidas. Mirabai gained popularity through the bhajans. Chaitanya Deva popularized Krishna worship through his songs and dancing that had a profound effect on Vaishnavism in Bengal. In the 16th century, in, in Tulasidasa's Hindi retelling of the story of Rama in the Ramacharitramanas, the sentiment of friendship and loyalty is stressed. Many of those poems continue to be recited and sung often at all-night celebrations. Tukaram, a 17th century saint of Maharashtra, is known for his spiritual songs, abhangas or kirtanas, devoted to Vithoba, an avatar of Krishna. That is, there is a There is a Vitoba Panduranga temple at Pantharpur or Pandiripuram in Solarpur district, Maharashtra. What is Chaitanya Deva to Bengal is Tukram to Maharashtra. Sufism in India. The advent of Sufis to India dates back to the Arab conquest of Sindh. It gained prominence in the 10th and 11th centuries during the reign of Delhi Sultans. Sufism adopted many native Indian concepts such as yogic practice, yogic, yogic postures, music and dance. Sufism adherents among both Muslims and Hindus. Sufis in the medieval India are divided into three major orders. They are Chisti, Su- Suhrawardi, and Firdausi. Mahuddin Chisti made Chisti or Chisti popular in India. He died in Ajmer 1236 and his resting place is in Ajmer Sahib Dargah in Ajmer, Rajasthan. The best-known Sufi sage of the early medieval period was Nahimuddin Ali Gua of the Chishti order, who had a large number of followers among the ruling class in Delhi. Poet Amir Khusro was one of its distinguished followers. Suhrawadi order was founded by an Iranian Sufi, Abdul Wahdi Abu Najib. The Firdausi order was a branch of Suhrawardi order and its activities were confined to Bihar. Kabir. As a Muslim, Kabir came under the influence of Varanasi-based Saint Ramananda. He accepted some Hindu ideas and tried to reconcile Hinduism and Islam. However, it was the Hindus, and particularly those of the lower classes, to whom his message applied. Kabir believed that God is one and formless, even though different religions, sects give him different names and forms. He opposed discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, and wealth. He was condemned meaningless rituals. Kabir verses were composed in Bhojpuri language Urdu. The Kabir Gantawali and Mijak contain collections of Kabir verses. Nanak. early life. Guru Nanak, born in the village near Lahore in 1469, showed interest in religious discussion with other saints right from his early childhood. His parents were keen to involve him in the worldly life, but he was inclined towards spiritualism. He visited many holy places and finally settled at Kartarpur near Lahore. He died in 1539. To mark the 555th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak, a corridor is being constructed by the Indian government that will link the Nanak shrine in Gurudaspur near Gurudwara Darbar Sahib in Kartarpur in Pakistan. Guru Nanak's teachings. Guru Nanak preached that God is without form and wanted his followers to practice meditation upon the name of God for peace and ultimate salvation. He considered the first Guru by the Sikhs. Guru Nanak had great contempt for Vedic rituals and caste discriminations. The teachings of Guru Nanak form the basics of Sikhism and new religious order founded in the late 15th century. His and his followers' teachings are collected in the Guru Granth Sahib, which is a holy book of the Sikhs. Guru Nanak's teachings were spread over through the group of singing hymns called Kirtan. The devotees gathered in dharmashalas, rest houses, which became gurudwaras in a course of time. Guru Nanak nominated his disciple Lehna to succeed him as the Guru. Following his precedent, the successors are named by the incumbent Sikh Guru. At the time of Guru Gobind Singh, the custom of Pahul baptism by sweetened water seeked a dagger was introduced. Those who got baptized became members of the discipled brotherhood known as the Khalsa, meaning the pure. The men were given the men were given the title Singh, lion. Every member of the Khalsa had had to have five distinctive things of his person. These were kesh, uncut hair, kanga, comb, hippan, dagger, kada, steel bangle, and kachera, underpants. After Guru Gobind Singh, the holy book Guru Granth Sahib is considered the Guru and its message is spread by the Khalsa. Impact of the religious or Bhakti movement. Vedic Hinduism is was regenerated and thus saved from the onslaught of Islam. The Islamic tenets, unity of God and universal brotherhood, embraced by the saints, promoted harmony and peace. Bhakti was a movement of the common people. It was used It used the language of the common people for its devotional literature. Bhakti movement opened up the space for Indian languages to grow. It simulated literary activities in religious languages. What sustained Sanskrit despite its decline during this period was the support extended by the rulers of Hindu kingdoms. Tamil was the only ancient Indian language remained vibrant during this period, but the ethos of Tamil literature in the medieval time had changed. In the classical period, it had secular literature depicting the everyday life, its joys and sorrows, but under the influence of devotional cults, it emphasis shifted to religion and religious literature. Caste system and social disparities come came to be criticized. Adi Shankara's Advaita policy and Ramanuja's Vaishnavadata Vishishtavad- Vishishtavaita po- Vishishtadvaita policy are explained. The devotional paths of saints, notably Tulasidas and Mirabai in northern India and Chaitanya Deva in Bengal, are examined. Mutual influence of Islam and Hinduism and the birth of Sufism, Sikhism, and mystical Hinduism are discussed in brief. Radical versions of Bhakti movement, contribution of Kabir and Guru Nanak are detailed. The essential features of Bhakti movement are highlighted. The impact of the Bhakti movement on the medieval India society is analyzed. References are Sampadalakshmi, Religion, Tradition and Ideology in Pre-Colonial South India, Oxford University Press 2011. Bhutan Strin, A History of India, Oxford University Press 2004. Abraham Early, Emperors of the Peacock Throne, Fijian 1997. H https colon slash slash www.britannica.com